boy Terry Rozier. You're listening to the Causeway Street Podcast. Now listen to my boys Joe, Sway, Joel, and Sean.
All right, we're only a few days away from the unofficial start of the Celtics 2019-2020 season, and we got a handful of headlines to go through. It's the Causeway Street Podcast. Joseph Pavone here. Sean Dutra.
What up?
Joel Pavone is also here. What up? What's going on?
I also feel like that's a very selfish way to say it's the start of the Celtics season.
How's that
Being
selfish?
a media member yourself, no.
We're all media members. What are you talking about?
The official start.
I said it's the
unofficial.
Unofficial start.
Pay attention.
It's the unofficial start. Because let's face it. This is when the headlines start.
Hey,
And we
okay.
start breaking down.
Okay.
Are you still drunk?
No, man, I'm good. I'm sober.
all right.
I'm all right.
All right.
I would hope not. It's been about 10 days now.
It's been about 10
Came back
days.
from
Did
Miami.
you fall off the wagon? You good?
Yeah, I'm off the wagon again. Yeah, I'm all right.
All right, let's start here. Gordon Hayward put together a personal post on his blog, and he says, "I'm ready to be the player I came here to be. Let's do this. Buy or sell." Joel, where do you fall? You buying this? Can Gordon Hayward be the guy that everyone's expected him to be? I feel like we've been saying this pretty much throughout the last year and a half.
So we're talking pre-Celtics Gordon Hayward.
Right, but we're also talking
Well-
about Gordon Hayward saying it about himself. Now, he hasn't said that throughout this entire, I don't know what, about a year now since the injury, or 2 years removed from the injury.
Well, yeah,
So,
but
you're buying or selling this?
I'm buying it only because out of all the current players on the roster, he's the one that's been reported on the most over the past few months, pretty much since they got knocked out of the playoffs. He stayed in Boston. He worked out with the coaches, Brad Stevens and all the Celtics coaching staff. He's been pretty much living at the Red Auerbach Center.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this blog is him finally saying, "Yo, I'm ready." Trying to assure Celtics fans and those that have been supporting him for ever since he got signed back in 2017. I did this summer what I wanted to do a year ago. I got a full summer to rehab and work out, and I'm ready.
Or he feels way better than he did a year ago.
Of course, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, because remember that second surgery, which many people don't talk about, put him behind the 8 ball because he really didn't play any organized basketball until pretty much the start of training camp. And I think Brad kind of hit the panic button after the first 10 games by putting him on the bench. And he kind of lost his confidence. And then we saw it a little bit come back a little bit towards the end of the season into the Indiana series. And then that was pretty much it. That's all she wrote.
Let's be honest. Gordon Hayward sucked last year. All right?
Yeah, of course.
Let's not.
He was just another player.
Just sucked. He sucked. Do I buy that he's going to be who I thought he was going to be when he signed? No, I don't buy that shit. I don't buy that at all. I think he'll have the best season as a Celtic for him, but he's not going. I thought he was going to be better than he was in Utah. That's what we signed him for $30 some odd million.
So you thought he's going to take it up a notch?
Yeah, I did. I thought we're going with Brad Stevens.
Well, hold on. No. That's not what he's saying, though.
That's what he's saying.
Nah,
He literally said, "I'm going to be the player you all thought I would be," which is an all-star and a borderline top 15 player in the NBA. So if he's not that, then I'm selling the fuck out of that shit. I'm not buying that. Maybe the second leading scorer, third leading scorer on this team, and yeah, I think he'll have his best season in Boston. But the fact that, he's saying, first off, does he not understand what our expectations were when he signed here? Did he forget about that? Because, I'm selling that. He's not. I don't think it. Maybe down the road he can get there, but I mean, he's also going to get older. So, no, selling. But there is a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for Hayward now. Going off what you said, maybe he needed a full season and a half. When you look at the Paul George injury, this was a season he came back to sort of started being the player that he was. He also had the injury happen a lot earlier in his career than Gordon Hayward. So I don't know. We'll see.
I'm ready to be the player I came here to be. Gordon writes, that's my focus. That and raising a banner at the Garden. I like that touch at the end. I mean, obviously that's what it's all about. But at the end of the day, I think if the Celtics are going to come anywhere near the NBA Finals in 2020, Gordon Hayward has to be that guy, no? Or at least revert to being a 20-point scorer for this team. I think, I've said it before, I'll say it again. He's the most important player on this team going into this season.
I don't think the Celtics are relying on him to score 20 points a game.
I don't think it's a matter of relying on him. I think they need that from him. because of
I don't
what they
think-
lost
I
on
think-
the
I don't think
defensive
they
end.
did. I don't think they did.
I think, and shout out to Zach Peliquin, right? Because I put up a piece about what Gordon Hayward said on CauseWayStreet.com. Shameless plug.
Great website.
In terms of
Great
him,
I mean, it's
I
our
asked,
podcast. So
I
you
asked
can
the
do whatever you
question.
want.
I asked the question, can he be the Celtics X factor? And Zach replied, no, he doesn't need to be the X factor. He needs to revert to the old Gordon Hayward. Don't they go hand in hand?
No.
No,
I know.
no.
So
Last year's team needed him to be the X factor in
yeah,
the playoffs.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
year's team needs him to be one of the main guys.
Yeah.
If you want to go far,
If you're
you're
relying
going
on
to go deep in the playoffs.
basically you're relying right now on Tatum, Kemba, Jaylen Brown. Those should be your three best players in the season. Now, Hayward can't suck. That's the thing.
Okay.
Hayward needs to average around anywhere from 15 to 18 points a night and be a guy that, like, some nights he's the best player on the court. Just like last year. Like, it sounds pathetic, but, like, if he can turn into a little bit of what Mook gave you last year.
I'll you know what? I'll kick it up a notch. How about a little bit of Mook and a little bit of Horford? How many nights Horford last year was one of your most important guys, if not your most important guy, and he didn't score 20 points.
Well, if you're talking about
Like, all
stuffing
around-
the stat sheet, and if you're talking about being a secondary ball handler, I'm with you. Or maybe not ball handler, but I should say a facilitator,
Playmaker, he can do that.
playmaker.
For you.
Yeah,
He can do that for
Oh
you.
yeah, he has to do.
Like if he scores 15 points, 5 assists, 7 or 8 rebounds, isn't that a great season
Yes.
for Gordon Hayward?
Yep.
All right then. So
But
I don't think he doesn't necessarily have to be a 20-point scorer.
Exactly. I agree. I think there will be nights where you need him to score 20, 25 points.
Yeah.
And he'll be if
Minnesota when they play Minnesota.
If there are nights where he can be the best player on the floor, like
if he
and
drops
it's
30 on
not
Minnesota
against
again, man,
Minnesota,
that's not a coincidence.
that'll be good. I mean, I
Indiana
think
as well.
now he's turning into a glue guy, a guy that's going to be able to echo Brad Stevens in the locker room. The vet on the team. He's, I think, now the longest tenured guy in the league on this team.
What do you mean? The player that's been like, okay, I got you.
I think so. Him or Kemba. I think he's got more years on Kemba.
Then they came in at the same time. So.
No, I don't think they did because they both signed the same type of contracts. Gordon was a year ahead.
Yeah, I think Gordon came before.
Yeah,
Gordon
I think
came
so.
before.
So I think that he definitely came before.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
because he was when I was in college and Kemba was after.
yeah. Kemba was 2011, I believe.
Yeah. Gordon Hayward, I don't think he'll be an all-star. Or maybe he will. I don't know. If the Celtics can put 3 or 4 guys on the all-star team, then maybe he will. But I just think that he'll be a solid player. They'll rely on his leadership. They'll rely on him giving them the on-court presence of Brad Stevens and then 15 points a game and rebounds and assists. I mean, he's just got to be that type of guy.
I think you're going to see a vast improvement. I don't know 23 points per game. I just don't think that fits this team's character, I should say, or their personality, which we're going to obviously see unfold. I just don't think this is going to be that kind of team where they're going to rely on him to put up 20 plus. But I do see him being a 17, 18 point scorer. I think you're going to see a comeback season out of him, and could be, in my opinion, I don't know, could be his most improved player. Most improved player. Could happen.
Most improved player already has Markel.
I don't think that's
Still,
true.
bro.
Alright,
You're
yeah.
still on the Markel full straight.
Still.
I just
Man.
think to piggyback on what Joel said, from the moment they got knocked out by the Bucks, man, he's been in the gym and he's been dedicated and he's back with Brad and the pressure is off. There isn't nearly as much pressure as there was compared to
that's
last
true.
year.
I feel like
That's
there's a
huge
little
for
bit
him.
more pressure on him this year.
Maybe on
think there's
him,
more?
but not
him.
on him.
Not on the
yeah.
team, but
yeah,
on him.
because
Yeah, but you just
this
said
is
you're
year
not expecting
3.
him to be a top 3 guy,
But-
so that takes away the pressure.
but he
last year,
can't-
you couldn't say that.
But he can't. I think last year, I think we were like, well,
no, last
he's
year we
coming
were like,
back.
give him a few months, and he'll be right.
He's coming back on an injury, but then when you saw him, you're like, wow, he's way behind. Now this year, it's like, okay, you had the full summer, you had, time to recover. I'm not gonna say what you guys think I'm gonna say. Not gonna say his name, but he's gone. All right, and
Who's coming with me?
and I just think that there's a lot of pressure on Gordon Hayward. I think Gordon Hayward and
Well,
and Jason Tatum have the most pressure on the team this year to improve, and if they don't, and the Celtics don't win, which is two things that go hand in hand, then you're going to see some things start to blow up.
All right. Well, speaking of pressure, how much pressure is on Brad Stevens? Because he's going into the season, after what happened last year, He's got to turn the page here. He's been talking to this is from The Athletic, talking about pretty much the teams that we saw before your boy came to Boston, before Kyrie Irving came to Boston.
Yo, you.
I had to.
He was gonna come up. He's gonna come up.
Yeah.
Yo, I didn't do it.
He is in mind in case you missed it. All right, foreshadowing.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I know what it's about.
Next week we can see if we can
I
end the streak.
don't know
We
about
may
that.
be
No,
able to end the
you
streak.
know why?
He's not coming up on media
No,
day.
yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
They're gonna
all
say his
over
name?
Media day.
Yo, he's
All
gonna speak
over
on media day. That's
He's
gonna be his first time since he
Yep.
left the Celtics.
Oh no! I thought you were talking about
He's
Celtics
gonna
media
talk
day.
No, I'm
shit,
talking
too.
about
Then
Brooklyn.
that's
Yeah,
media
that's
day.
gonna be.
Wait, so he brought up Kyrie. So is it okay for me to say?
You can say, well, whatever.
Fuck Kyrie.
Yeah, it's over. It's gonna go without saying.
I have to say it. I have to say it.
I mean, I don't think this is a shot at him, but I mean, Brad Stevens is clearly talking about his team playing with a lot more effort. He went on to say, my care is that we play with great effort and togetherness. That's it. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want to be. All the technical basketball plays and system, all the stuff will figure itself out. I feel like we're in a good foundation here, but we've got to play like a Boston team should. I liked how he put that.
Sean's plans coming to fruition right there. This
No,
is what I'm talking about, man.
it's not.
This is what
And
makes
not
me.
Sean's
Joel's rebuttal.
This
not
is what
Sean's
makes
plan.
me.
Cue up
This is
Joel's
what makes
plan.
me
Not
go
Sean's
to sleep
plan.
with a smile on my face at night. Build around Brad Stevens. Culture, defense, leadership.
Yeah, but you got to put
Effort.
You got to put an asterisk on this thing because one, Kemba Walker was not part of your plans, and two,
Terry Rozier is not
Cancer-
here, and he was a part of your plan.
Cancer is your Horford now.
And so was Horford. Horford was a part of your plan.
Do
Don't
I
say
have
he
to
wasn't.
say? Do I have to say the number one thing about Sean's plan? What's the number one thing about Sean's plan? What's the number one thing about Sean's plan?
You also said
It's
that-
Brad Stevens.
You also said that Brad Stevens.
Cue up Sting.
Maybe Brad Stevens doesn't need to coach a superstar.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Because this is why.
So how much pressure's on him? Tell us.
Brad Stevens, I think there is a lot of pressure on Brad Stevens this year, but I am
Not as much as last year.
100% more pressure this year.
Nah, last
Yep.
year was more.
No, I think so. I'll tell you why.
Tell us what a favorite to come out of the East last year because
So-
LeBron was gone.
So hold on though. This year, first off, is there a lot of pressure on Brad Stevens? Yes. I have 100% confidence that he will push this team to where they need to go. Like I think this is going to be the swan song of Brad Stevens and showing the NBA that you don't need to pander to asshole superstars. Get the guys that want to play for you. Get the guys that want to play hard in a system that is well developed, well coached, and there's consequences to your actions. Like I think that's a big thing. There's accountability. That's what Brad Stevens is about. You got to play defense if you're going to get minutes. That's how it always was until motherfucking Kyrie came in and, oh, no, we need to give Kyrie all the minutes in the world. And he's a locker room. And then it just ruined everything. So is there more pressure this year than last year? Yes, I do. I think there's more pressure this year than last year because of the Kyrie factor. There's no Kyrie. There's nobody else to point the finger at this year to say that they ruined it. Right?
Well, he wasn't the sole reason, bro. I know you think he was, but he's not.
You can point
because
the finger.
if Jason Tatum doesn't come in, like you said, and reach that all-star level like you think he's going to, then what?
Then you can say,
who are you going to blame that on?
He's still 22 years old.
Oh, okay.
Right? I'm just saying you don't have
So it's never Jason Tatum's fault.
You don't have another guy. You don't have a bona fide superstar that's going to come in that is supposed to be the best top 5 player in the league, blah, whatever, and just no one's going to set this organization on fire like Kyrie did last year, where you can say it's Kyrie's fault. So now you subtract the tumor, and let's see what can happen.
Jeez, tumor, huh?
Yeah.
Well, last weekend, Cedric Maxwell was on, which is going to come out soon, by the way, but it was Anna Horford's podcast. He was the special guest. Live podcast, which will be out soon. Look out for that.
Still haven't dropped it yet.
But just to give you guys a little insight to what you're going to listen to throughout this conversation, one of the most interesting part of that conversation was Cedric Maxwell pretty much calling out the Celtics and saying that they coddled Kyrie Irving. Joel, do you agree with that?
I agree with it, but how many times it was reported? It's even John.
I was saying that all last year.
Okay, go ahead.
No, John Corral said that, but I was like, no, you know what? The better question is, does that fall on Brad Stevens? That's what I should say. Does coddling mean is it the pressure from the higher ups, or is it Brad Stevens coddling him?
The thing
Coddled him.
The thing about all these reports coming out after the fact, it seems like all this was agreed upon. So a lot of it has nothing to do with Brad Stevens. A lot of it has to do with that's upper management that was like, all right, you need to go
It's Danny Ainge.
promote your movie. Okay. You need to go, take a private jet and not with the team when, whenever you need to go make appearances or whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? Or you don't need to practice or you don't need to. That's not Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens has no control of that.
That was in
Thank you.
Jack McMullen's.
Yeah. Brad Stevens has no control over that.
Yeah, why was that? When I was saying that
Okay.
last year, you were all over it.
No,
it is Brad
it's
Stevens.
two
on
different,
Brad
it's two
Stevens.
different
That's what you
things,
were
bro. It's
saying.
two different things.
No, I don't think so because the culture is do whatever Kyrie wants so he re-signs. That was the problem, is that the whole thing, Kyrie,
Okay,
you,
so
you
then-
just blew up on everybody, and now you're injured, but
All right.
hey, you want to play in the All-Star game? Oh, go ahead. You really think Brad Stevens wanted Kyrie to play in the All-Star game?
But what does it matter? It's one game.
It mattered a lot. That was a gigantic smack in the face to Brad Stevens.
Okay, so that was the icing on the cake. Then the Celtics season was rested on the fact that Kyrie was going to play and not play in the All-Star game.
The Celtics season
Where he
rested
played, like,
on
20 minutes, if that.
The Celtics season rested on the fact that at the beginning of the season he said he was going to re-sign. Then I think things got a little shaky, and I think Danny basically said, "This is my opinion," and I think it's starting to be backed up by more than other people. And I said this last year. Danny is basically said, Brad, you got to let him do whatever you want to do. We can't win a championship without a guy like this on our team, and we have no other way to get a guy like this. So we've worked so hard to get him, you got to make him re-sign.
Okay.
Whatever he wants, you let him do. If he has a problem with players, you have his back. I think that was from management, from ownership to management, and then the coach was handcuffed all season. That is 100% true in my opinion.
Okay, so then when Jaylen Brown asked Danny Ainge, "Oh, is this team better than the '86 Celtics?" That's not a mentality that someone at that stage of his career should have. Or when Jason Tatum with his new Jordan deal, or Terry Rozier with his Puma deal, and all these other distractions, just because they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
People can't have shoe deals now, bro. I'm talking about you. Basically,
I'm talking about the mentality. That's what I'm talking about. The mentality.
Did Jason Tatum or Terry Rozier?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown one was a good example, but the other ones, yeah, I get what you're saying though. They're you know what? You know what the bad example?
They were feeling themselves.
How about
man.
Jaylen Brown's interview talking about winning 4 or 5 championships? You haven't even made an All-Star team. Championships? What do you go because you went to Game 7 against LeBron and those Cavaliers?
Hey,
that you think that you're on that championship level? That's what he thought. And this is like a week or two into the season. This is
you don't
early
have to
on.
get me riled up to talk shit about Jaylen Brown. I mean,
No,
I'll
I
do
mean-
it, but I'm just saying, like,
Come on, man! I thought you were on the fence.
No.
Kyrie-
There's other factors. I feel like because they went as far as they did without Kyrie Irving in the playoffs.
you're
they came
Danny
back.
Ainge. You're Danny
They came
Ainge
back.
right
They
now.
came
You're still
back.
mad he didn't resign.
No,
That's
I'm not
you.
mad at the resigns. Whatever. You got Kemba out of the deal. Like if he resigns, you probably wouldn't want to be on this podcast anymore.
If he re-signed,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I probably would have said, "Fuck it, I'm out."
No, you
until they
wouldn't
trade.
have. Get out of here. You would just make fun of him all
I
year
just
long.
made fun of him all year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you would have done.
probably.
Well,
But-
speaking of Jaylen Brown, he's also on one of these headlines that we're dissecting here. Sean Devaney says that, according to a league source, the chances are pretty slim that the Celtics and Jaylen Brown will come to terms on an extension. I don't think that's a shocker for all of us.
Yeah,
We've been talking about this for the
before
last
the-
couple of months.
The deadline's coming.
I guess now it makes it official. The deadline is October 21st. Jaylen Brown is going to make $6.5 million this year before he becomes a restricted free agent. Now, what I did think was interesting was Devaney using examples. If you look at the past, pretty much since the Brad Stevens era started, if you look at every player that was drafted, the only player they extended really was Marcus Smart. They seem to either let these guys walk or they just trade them, or
Avery.
You don't
Avery got
tend
a
to see
deal.
the Celtics bring these guys back.
No. The only person that he signed without letting it get to the qualifying offer or let teams start matching was Rajon Rondo. That's it. Because Marcus Smart, they let it go, and no one was offering him nothing.
Right. Well, I think what I'm
Avery Bradley, same thing.
I think what I'm getting at is those players that were drafted throughout his tenure. Not guy, but that's a good example though. Rajon Rondo is a good example.
Yeah, because Marcus Smart
But-
did make it to restricted free agency.
He did, and
He
no
did.
one was offering
No
him
one offered,
anything.
and I think the Celtics are going to do the
They
same
offered
thing.
him some, but
I think the Celtics are going to do the same thing. They're going to see what's out there, and then if they think it's worth to match it, they'll do it. I mean, you look at someone like Kelly Olynyk. They weren't going to give Kelly Olynyk $50 million. Jared Sullinger.
Same thing.
All these guys that were picked, that were drafted. I know we laugh now, but I mean, obviously, I'm not trying to say that Jaylen Brown is on the same level. Those guys are on the same level as Jaylen Brown. My point is the Celtics, they just tend to wait it out and see. It's like we were talked about a couple months ago. It's the show me season. Prove it to me that you're worth it. We'll see how much you're worth, and if we want to bring you back, we'll match.
But I think the risk factor in doing that with Jaylen is because it's a weak free agency class next summer, and any team can come in and offer him the max, and the Celtics would have to match it.
Right.
And maybe they might not want to do that. Well, in terms of like,
No,
it might be like a crazy number. That's all I'm saying.
Well, did you see that Brown thinks that he should be closer to Jamal Murray and Ben Simmons than Karis LeVert? You saw that headline too? That was part of the report.
No, it was part of the story.
Brown's camp. Who's Brown's agent? Who's Brown's
gotcha,
agent?
gotcha.
Himself.
Himself.
Yeah.
So when Brown's camp says that, guess who's saying that?
Yeah, that's true.
Jaylen Brown saying
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
So Jaylen Brown legitimately thinks that he should be
Jay
closer.
doesn't have an agent. You're right.
Jaylen should be closer to
Well,
the guys that just pulled in $170 million and the guy who pulled in 52.
but you agreed. We both.
I think
are on
$100
the-
million. Yeah.
You know, at least 20 mil.
Well, we know
LeVert-
that.
5 years, 20 mil.
LeVert's getting
Done.
17 for 3.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's on a $52 million deal, and I
Yeah.
think we all agree that Jaylen is probably gonna almost double that. Let's say 100, but
Sure.
170, like Jamal Murray deal. Would
Yeah.
you like to see the
no,
Celtics sign him
no,
for something
no,
like that?
No, not right now. No, I love me some Jaylen Brown, but not. He's 20 mil. I'll go
Now,
20 mil.
But what was the reasoning?
20, that's it.
22 maybe if you
what
want to
would-
push it, but you know.
What was the reasoning behind all of us agreeing on that, though? He's not one of the main guys, right? Or at
Well,
least he hasn't proved it yet.
I mean,
Jamal Murray's the main guy.
barring
Ben
any
Simmons is obviously a main guy.
but barring any craziness when it comes to Gordon Hayward, we were talking about this at the top of the episode. Like, what we don't know what to expect out of Gordon Hayward. We like to assume that it's going to be a much better season than last year, but for the most part, if you're going on what we saw last season, then right now it's Kemba, it's Jaylen, and it's Jason Tatum. That's going to be your top 3 guys. So is Jaylen worth being a top 3 guy on the Celtics? I say yes.
I just think it's way too early to say. Look,
But you
I'm-
have to.
I'm looking at
Are
Gordon.
you willing to lose the player by
I'm
not?
looking at what Gordon Hayward's going to do, and then you go from there. Like, I don't think Gordon Hayward is going to be anywhere near the same player that we saw this past season.
But I also
he's
think-
gonna take it up a few notches, and then you can decide, okay, how important is Gordon Hayward to this team compared to Jaylen Brown's contribution?
You also have to think though. Okay, you're gonna have a couple.
too early.
You're gonna have a couple weeks in the season to see how Gordon looks. Like you're gonna know pretty quickly.
Still too early.
But
October 21st is way too early.
But here's the thing: it's like you could maybe get Jaylen at 20 mil
Exactly.
on October
That's what I was-
21st.
That's what I was saying.
But if you let him play the full season, and go into restricted free agency, then maybe that number goes up to 26, 27 mil.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jaylen Brown's really gonna take that though?
Or take what?
20 mil a year?
Yep. I think if you gave him
I don't think so.
$100 million right now and you said, hey, $100 million,
4 years locked in.
no, 5 years.
Sorry, 5 years.
Without knowing what his role is, he doesn't even know if he's starting.
No,
No
but
chance he takes
you know
that.
what? Yes,
no chance
he
Jaylen Brown
does
takes
know
that.
that.
He's starting, and so is
He
Hayward.
does know that. If you give him $100 million, you're basically telling him, we value you as a member of this team.
You're gonna
going
be
forward.
you're gonna be our two
Okay.
You
guard.
don't
So
give
the
him $100 million
two-star.
if you don't value him.
How's that going to affect Gordon Hayward though? Like,
Well,
you
he's
have
got
to
a player
play-
Gordon
option.
Hayward doesn't give a
He's got a
shit.
player option next year.
He already knows he's making the 31 mil.
He's got a player option next summer.
I just think you're messing with the team's like psyche at that point, at least the main players, because the roles aren't carved out yet. Prove it to me, all right? I'll be the first one to admit he looked damn good playing for Team USA. Just his the eye test, the way he was pulling up,
Yeah.
the confidence.
Demeanor.
He just showed
Sure.
the Jaylen Brown that we've seen glimpses of so many times, but we're just looking for that consistency.
He also cut his hair too.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
He did cut his hair.
I was going to say, you buried the lead on this one, Sway.
No, if I was you, then yeah, I would have led with that.
You
but-
buried the lead.
Yeah, but no.
The fact that Jaylen Brown cut his hair
Before
is
training
the
camp.
biggest
Before training camp.
revelation in his entire career.
High tops out.
High top is gone. And you know
more.
what? It
No
is
more.
a fresh cut. Beard looks on point.
No more kid and
It
play
looks
look.
it looks like he's like, hey, I'm grown up now. I'm ready. I'm a professional athlete.
You know what, Sean? Give us get us up to speed. Catch us up here. Give us examples of players, former Celtics players or current players that their hairstyle affected their play. Go ahead.
Well, I think you can look at it as recent as Kyrie Irving.
Had the fro for
had
about
the
the
fro.
first month or so.
Came in a media day and was like, whoa, that fro's awesome. I go, that fro sucks. It's going to impact your game.
It's unkempt.
You said it, I did it. it doesn't look good. It looks like you don't give a fuck. And guess what?
It wasn't
you need
nappy.
to give a fuck.
It wasn't nappy like Jalen Rose.
No.
Was it
Derrick Rose?
Derrick, sorry.
Was it nappy though?
I didn't say nappy. All right.
We're trying to get Sean to go a certain route, but he's not taking the bait.
The whole reason why Derrick Rose,
that edge. Come on.
the whole reason why Derrick Rose's career went up in flames is because he lost his tight fade. Once the tight fade went, he came back.
He still has dreads, you know that,
He
right?
came back with it. And guess what? Oh, Jared Sullinger, I'm sorry that you
The dreads
you
look
know,
a little more cleaned up.
ate yourself out of the league, but
You just saying it 'cause of Jay-Z.
I mean, you also had the worst haircut in the league.
The mohawk?
Marcus
The mohawk?
Smart also had the mohawk.
Yep.
Injury plagued season.
There you go.
Comes back halfway through the season, cuts it, tightens it up,
Bro,
comes back, and now he's
every-
making 30
every
for
Sean's
season.
not just pulling this out of his ass.
Every
These are
season
prime
for
examples.
Marcus Smart is an injury plague season.
Last year wasn't.
Yeah,
Oh, no?
No, he was good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why didn't he play like in the first round?
No.
That hip.
Relax.
The thumb.
Relax.
The thumb. That good old thumb.
They didn't need him in the first round. Anyways, if you're an NBA player and you have long hair, name the best player in the NBA right now that has long hair.
I don't even think it's long hair with you. I just think it's like
Unkept hair.
Yeah, I guess.
Like okay, so I think Joel takes offense to this because he always
I don't.
Joel goes at a point like it's coming. The wintertime haircut's coming, bro.
What?
Where you just let it go
Yeah.
for like 4 months.
Oh, that's true.
Well, it would have been right now if your bachelor party was in a different time.
That would happen right now.
Yeah, that's my end of the
Yeah,
summer.
end of the
it's
summer.
it's
You're
my
just like,
protest. My protest to the summer.
Yeah,
Joel,
I hear you.
gets about 3 haircuts a year. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
true.
his hair
That's
grows-
all, that's all you need.
Yeah, man. All I'm saying is, if you got enough money for a barber, just have him keep it tight. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't.
Yeah, but for you, it's like a level of focus. It's
No,
like,
it's a level of focus.
you're not
Yes,
focused enough
yes,
if you're not.
exactly. That tells me if you come to training camp like that, I look at you and I go, "What did you do this offseason? Just smoke weed and fucking go be a Native American?" You know what I mean? Like, what? You have a feather in your hair? What the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like,
Now it's just about Kyrie. Okay, gotcha.
yeah, now it's about Kyrie.
No,
but before it was about Derrick Rose, and I told you about Derrick Rose, and I
Yeah.
told you about Marcus, and I
Yeah,
told
of
about
course.
Jared.
Of course.
You know,
Yeah.
I think if Kelly Olynyk just got a tight fade, so there you go. I think he would probably earn his $52 million contract,
He's had the same hair his whole career, bro.
and hasn't really worked out for him.
He got a nice little fat check in Miami.
That's
Do you remember
true.
the weird Celtics Twitter people? They had like a stat for how well he performs with the man bun as opposed to when he lets his hair down.
No, that wasn't weird Celtics Twitter. That was stupid ass Chris Forsberg. Hated that shit. Going back to Jaylen Brown though, for real, 100% of Jaylen Brown.
We're all going to hell.
This is going to be his leap of a season. Now, anybody who wants to say it has nothing to do with his hair, you're fucking wrong. Okay, the fact that he tightened it up and you know what? You know who else told him to tighten it up? Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas on Twitter said, like something about him being vice president or whatever, the NBA Players Association, and he goes, "Oh, great job, man. When are you gonna shave that eraser off the top of your head?"
He listened.
He did it. He's got a nice haircut now. Probably gonna be an all-star. This
So you like the Isaiah Thomas little mini fro?
The Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah.
No, he's got cornrows, man.
Well, when it's not in cornrows, it's a fro.
No, he's got cornrows.
Yes.
Goes to my point.
Has he been photographed that way, or are you just picturing when I haven't seen him like that?
Yeah,
No,
when he
if
was
he-
balling out doing pickup, he
Oh,
was
okay.
before he got the cornrows.
If he
was
keeps it tight in cornrows, I'm cool with that.
yeah, you can't just go from a
But
low.
if you just let it be like a little mini young,
you can't go to like being like almost bald to just cornrows. You gotta let it grow.
Yeah.
you gotta let it grow, which is
Yeah.
which is not a good look for anybody who's trying to stay in the NBA.
Well, what about Kawhi?
Kawhi's got cornrows. I've never seen him just be like, "Oh,
I know that's all he's
yeah.
had ever since he first
Yeah.
came in the league. Looks
I'm not saying
exactly the same.
cornrows. I like cornrows. Cornrows are fine. Plenty of NBA players.
Sounds
with
like cornrows, and they're neat. They're good.
There's some effort in cornrows. You know what I mean? The fact that you don't put a single piece of effort into your hair is what pisses me the fuck
There
off.
you go.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
All right, now we're figuring this out.
Like that. Like it just shows me like you wake up every morning
you just said fuck.
and you just go, yeah, it's all right.
But what about
Like, no, that's what pisses me off.
what
you
about-
so
know
then
what
that
I mean?
translates onto the
Into
basketball
the
court.
basketball
But what
court.
about-
Yeah, and then
what
you
about
get
Kevin-
injured.
What about Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant doesn't keep his hair, neat. It's always nappy, for
Yeah.
lack of a better term. It's fucking
How's his
nappy.
health right now?
But like his whole career though, his whole career has been
Kevin
like that.
Durant, I mean, pretty sure when he won the MVP, he had a nice tight haircut.
Yeah, he had a lineup and everything.
No, he didn't. That's just it's awful. It's well documented how awful his hair is.
Yeah, so maybe he has a bad hairline, which I'm not hating on anyone with a bad hairline. You try and you do what you can.
No.
I'm saying if you got a full, just a head of hair, and you just wake up and you go, I don't need to do anything. I'll be all right. It's just fucking awful.
All right, finally, and this isn't a shocker, but hey, let's talk about it. ESPN's Brian Windhorst says that the Boston Celtics is Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. They love themselves some Kemba Walker. Obviously, they spent a lot of time with Kemba throughout the summer.
Wow, some real hard-nosed reporting by Brian Windhorst.
And he says, I quote, they love Kemba. They love him. It's a double-edged thing. Jaylen Brown refused to talk about the past. He was like, that was then. This is now. We are artists painting a new painting. They're saying how much they like Kemba, but it's also kind of a way of saying,
don't shit on him now.
We really didn't like Kyrie. Now, that's a Brian quote. That's not from Jaylen.
He probably said that when he had his other hair.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to like Jaylen now, though. I am. And
he's doing all the right things for you, man. He's
checking
all the box off your list.
Doing all the right things.
Yeah.
Looks like he got a little built this summer, too. You notice that?
A little bit. Yeah.
No, not a little. He's fucking jacked.
Yeah. He lost his... He basically shed his 17-year-old self.
Yeah. Yo, Joel has his picture from him, no shirt on.
Oh, wow. On your phone? Background of the phone?
Yeah.
Nice, bro.
I'm serious. Take a picture of it.
Hey, Brian Windhorst, keep eating donuts, you fat fuck.
Jesus.
I hate Brian Windhorst.
Shouldn't even brought it up.
You know I hate Brian Windhorst. How are you going to bring him up?
I know.
What?
Fuck. Hey, everybody. Everybody. Hey, guys, stop the presses. Stop the presses. The Celtics love Kemba Walker. Oh, wow. Great fucking reporting. Great reporting. Why do you live? Like, seriously, like, if that's your job.
No, he's doing his best, man.
He's doing his best. What the fuck? That's his best? ESPN pays this guy how much money? That's his best?
Bro, what writer or reporter do you like? You don't like Jackie. You don't like
Jackie?
No, you don't like Jackie.
He said
this on multiple occasions.
Get out of here.
I think Jackie thinks she's way more than she is.
She's a goat.
No. Actually, you know what?
I'm
not Jackie. Everybody thinks like, well, Jackie McMullen said it, so it must be true. It's like, what the fuck? Everyone else has been saying it for a while, and then when Jackie says it, it's like, whoa, guys, Jackie said it, all right? It's true, okay? Like that's what pisses me off about her. Not that she's bad. It's just that everyone
it's because she uncovers things. She gives you information that
she doesn't uncover things. Everyone just says it.
Doesn't
uncover
yes, she
things.
does. What are you talking about?
She just confirms things.
When the whole team went out in Miami, you didn't know that, and Kyrie was pissed because
I'm sure plenty of people
the plane
did.
landed
I'm sure
after
plenty
midnight
of
and
people
they all
did
went
know it. I'm sure plenty of people did.
Celtics players knew. We didn't know.
I don't know. Who do I like as an NBA reporter? I like
nobody.
No, I like a lot of people.
I like a lot
of people. Who I don't like is an easier way to say. Windhorst, Pelton.
Oh, you hate Pelton.
Hate Pelton. I don't know. I've probably been very vocal about who I don't like. Oh, Broussard. Douchebag.
Nick Wright? I thought you were a big fan of his.
I don't know. He doesn't exist. He doesn't exist.
I don't know. I don't think you like anybody.
I like Trags.
There you go. All right.
I like
You being serious?
yeah.
All right, cool. As he laughs.
I'm just saying, man. I like people.
CLNS Media's Mike Pachalia. There you go.
I like CLNS Media. That's what I like. CLNS. When you want the best.
Like Sway?
Bombs.
No?
Sway's all right. All right, that time of the episode. Time to wrap up
Woo!
the Causeway Street podcast. The same way we wrap up every single episode here with Joel's In Case You Missed It. Let's take our trip around the NBA.
In case you missed it.
In case you missed it.
ESPN. Speaking of Kevin Pelton. No, there's other writers as well, not just him.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Released their
The collective effort.
Yeah, let's get him on the podcast.
released their top 100 best players list.
Are we doing this again?
No, but I mean I'm not gonna go through all the NBA. I'm just gonna talk about the Celtics players.
Okay.
Right?
By the way,
Yes.
before we say this,
Yes.
the Sports Illustrated list sucked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we agreed.
No.
Oh, but we didn't talk about the top 10 though.
We didn't talk about this, but I don't,
Should I?
I don't think it actually mattered.
Okay. All right.
No, because I mean,
It's fine.
if you got it, maybe we can talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, That's fine. I have it saved in my favorites. That's okay.
All right, we'll talk about it, man.
Number 1, Kawhi Leonard. You're like hitting those by memory.
Number 10, Damian Lillard. No, all I wanted to say about this was that the Sports Illustrated list, I think, was we looked at it and we called it bullshit. And then ESPN was just like, you think that's bullshit? I got some more bullshit for you.
They do it every year though. They fight off. They fight each other. It's like you guys were ridiculous. We can be even more ridiculous.
It's like a hot take.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The fact. Can I say one thing about the ESPN list?
Yeah.
I don't think. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
CJ McCollum's the number 13 best player in the NBA. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking serious?
No. Well.
Fucking seriously?
All right. So to recap, right? So for the Sports Illustrated, number 10, who do you think?
Dame.
Yeah, Dame Lillard.
I haven't seen this neither.
All right. So that's number 10. Number 9,
Paul George.
Westbrook.
Yo, what the fuck? This dude's nailing it.
Come on, I got this.
Number 8, you said he was going to be an MVP candidate this year.
Oh, Doncic?
No.
Oh.
Wrong niche.
No, the dude from Denver.
Jokic.
Jokic.
All right. Yep.
Nikola.
All right, that makes sense.
All right.
I like this so far.
I like it too.
Top 10's not bad.
All right. So I'm sorry.
I would put Dame over Paul George.
What number I said?
but
So
just
that's
That was 8.
7.
me.
Best name in the world. Best first name.
Joel Embiid.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's right. That's
All
right.
right.
Yeah.
Number 6.
You're probably gonna put Anthony Davis at number 6.
Number 6. Anthony Davis, bro.
Okay.
Damn, bro. I'm gonna get you to pick my lottery numbers after this.
You were just making fun of their list. And you
Number 5.
agree.
Number 5. I'm gonna say they made.
No, he's making fun of ESPN's list.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Oh, this is SI. Okay.
This is SI.
I'm gonna say they made a correct statement and said LeBron's the number 5th best player.
Westbrook.
All right.
No.
Harden.
James Harden.
Westbrook over Harden?
That's some bullshit.
No. It's James Harden. It's number 5.
Yeah, no. So Westbrook has to be higher.
Westbrook
than that.
wasn't in the top 10.
No, I don't think he was.
Fuck.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he was.
Idiots. All right, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I don't think so. It's 4 more players. I don't think he's on there, bro. If he's not.
No, wait.
Number 1.
So wait, we're here.
Yeah.
Let me give you the top 4.
All right.
4, Steph. 3, LeBron. 2, Giannis. 1, Kawhi.
Right until the
Swap
final
LeBron.
2 swap. No, swap Kawhi with.
Giannis is number 1?
Come
No,
on. Come on, guys. You can't after
Not
Kawhi's season last year.
That's a smack in the face.
You can't. I'm a Giannis guy. I'm also a Kawhi guy.
Also a Harden guy.
Also, wait, no. Last year, who did I say the top 2 players in the NBA were? Just say it.
You said
Just
Giannis.
You said no. You said
And
Harden.
Kawhi.
No, you said Harden. You had Harden in your top 2. On your top 25.
No, I didn't. I had Giannis and Kawhi as my top 2. Harden was number 3. No one else had them in the top 5.
Those 3 guys. So
That's a good list.
I don't think that's bad.
It's pretty good.
I don't think that's bad. I will say this. I'm finally happy that everyone else is catching up on my LeBron is not the best player in the NBA.
Well, I mean,
Finally,
this
is the first
he
year.
didn't make the playoffs, bro. So it's
I've been trying to
Kinda
tell
hurt his
you.
chances.
I've been
kind of
trying
hurt
to
his
tell
chances
you.
big time.
I know.
So to answer your question about Russell, number 12 on SI's list.
Okay. I guess that's fair.
You taking Dame over Russ?
Number 11.
Yeah, I take Dame over Russ.
Yeah, number 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler
Jimmy
always scores
buckets, huh?
high on these lists. I love Jimmy Butler, but he's 15. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's not here.
He's-
I mean, I think
You gotta take him over Russ? Come on.
I think we can all agree that
he's in the 20s.
it's not erroneous to be like a few numbers off, but that top 50 or from 50 to 100, it was all over the place. Like there were players
It was pathetic.
yeah, they were like 20 slots off.
And then
ESPN or SI?
No,
SI.
SI.
Oh, SI.
But then
Yeah,
ESPN,
last week's.
ESPN is just like
So
All right, give me a Celtics player from
hold my beer.
ESPN.
SI.
all right. So for ESPN Celtics players, number 87, Marcus Smart. A year ago,
Mm-hmm.
he was at 54.
Where's Patrick Beverly on their list?
No, we're talking Celtics. Let me get
Where the fuck is Patrick Beverly on their list? If he's not 88 or higher,
It's the best debate out
All
there.
right, so then that's
best debate in basketball right now.
that's the lowest Celtic player that's ranked. Gordon Hayward, number 65, was number 40 a year ago.
I got you.
That's fair.
Jaylen Brown, number 51,
Okay, so that sounds more
was
right.
37 last year.
That sounds more right than Sports Illustrated though. Sports Illustrated had about was it 68? 78 maybe?
Who, Jaylen?
Yeah.
No, I think Jaylen was in like the low 60s.
68. It was an 8.
something like
68. That sounds a lot better. 51 sounds a lot better.
All right. Jason Tatum, 35, was number 25 a year ago.
We all said 25 was high a year ago.
Yeah.
We all said, even me.
So 35 is about right this year.
Yes.
Okay.
Should have been him last year, too, because he didn't do anything this year.
Kemba Walker, number 17, was number 26 a year ago.
Crack the top 20, huh?
I like it. Yeah. Based on his season last year?
I mean, if he's not right inside the top 20, the top 20 is right outside. So
I think
He
I
has
personally
to be
think-
in the top 20.
Yeah, I personally think he's 15. Yeah, I think
You think he's
one of the
15?
top 15 players in the league.
I think I had him at like 16 or 17 this year. Yeah.
So
I just think he's a top 20 player, hands down.
all right.
Top 20.
After that, figure it out. I don't know.
Right,
those-
but if they said 21, you wouldn't be like screaming, right?
I would be.
You would be? Those 4 slots mean a lot to you? All right,
I don't know what
okay.
the fuck top 20 means to you, but 21 is not in the top 20. All right?
Sean's like, it's a principle of the thing. It's a principle.
He's a fucking top 20 player.
21?
21, I would flip the fuck out.
For those keeping track of former Celtics players, Al Horford, number 37.
Oh, so Tatum's above Horford, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, how you like that, Anna? Huh?
And Kyrie Irving, Sean's favorite former Celtic of all time, number 11.
That's bullshit.
No, he's number 11 like every year on these lists. Like,
Sports Illustrated, I think, nailed it.
He was number 11 on your
15,
list
Number
last
15.
year.
Number 15, though. This year, not so hot.
Not so hot. You don't like it?
he lives in the top 15. Has yet to crack the top 10. All right, Joe, what else we got?
Where did Enes Kanter place on that list?
Not ranked. All right, so you want to hit the top 10?
I'd love to, Joel.
Paul George, number 10 for ESPN.
Interesting. Paul George is number 10.
Dame Dollar, number 9.
Oh, okay, good. I said that should have. That's how it should be. All right.
Joel Embiid, number 8.
All right.
Number 7, Jokic.
Okay, not bad.
Number 6, Steph.
Wow.
Number 5,
You hate when stuff's not in the top 5.
I don't like that.
Anthony Davis. Number 5.
Yeah, because you put fucking stiffs like Anthony Davis above.
Number
Stiffs, huh?
Number 4, James Harden.
We're talking about top 10s. He's a stiff.
The best big man in the league.
And number 3, for the first time in a long time, who wasn't number 1, LeBron. Number 3.
Oh, ESPN got off his dick, huh?
And that's it. There's no like 1 and 2. Fuck. What the fuck? ESPN. What's all with the goddamn?
They're flipping a coin between Giannis and
The fact that you got to flip a
fuck
coin
just happened?
between Kawhi after he won the championship,
not only one, but carry that team.
single-handedly
Not only
took the
that.
Raptors to the championship.
Not only that. He fucking smacked Antetokounmpo around
Oh, yeah.
in that series.
Yeah. It wasn't even a series.
It wasn't even, like when Milwaukee won the first 2 games, Kawhi was like, let me take this dude real quick.
He's like, you know what? I'm not worried about it because I can just defend him and then we'll be okay.
And then I'll score on the other side.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll average 30 points.
You know what? I thought we could do this as a team, but I'll just do everything. I got this.
He's like, Mark, I want you to shoot threes, and I'll defend this dude on the outside. 4
straight games. We'll be all right. But seriously, I love Giannis. I think but last year I said Giannis was the best player in the league. However, there's zero chance that anybody can say anybody in the league is better than Kawhi Leonard right now. Because Kawhi Leonard right now is playing on another level that we've never seen.
Why did you say it like that? Like
I
you're
don't know.
in a video game or something, right?
It's like
Kind of sound like that guy. What was that coach's name?
no, this is
They
betrayal.
were who we thought they were.
This is betrayal on levers that never been seen. Yeah, but Kawhi's the best player in the NBA. And if NBA and Sports Illustrated aren't saying that, then they're just fucking going for fucking clicks. And
You know what it is? You know what it is, man? And I hate to say it, but especially with the way things are nowadays, or they've been like this for a while, but it's like, it's the brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Kawhi isn't like, is all over, commercials and stuff the way Giannis is or LeBron. It's just like, I feel like they gravitate towards play like that. It's like, okay, we have to prop you up now. Okay, all right, LeBron was, who he was since pretty much high school. They've been covering this dude. That's the first time I saw him play. I think he was a junior, and they televised his game on ESPN. And now Giannis is that guy. And Giannis is the one all over the commercials. Giannis is like the face of the NBA. But then you look at what Kawhi's been doing, not just last season, but throughout the course of his career, whether we're talking about San Antonio and then what he's done recently. It's like, okay, he's not all in your face and doing a bunch of commercials and putting off the Kawhi quote unquote brand. But
it's the exact opposite.
Exactly. But what he's doing on the court is his brand. That should speak for itself.
Yeah, but Antetokounmpo is like when it comes to like their personalities, they're pretty similar though.
Nah, Giannis is more playful.
Giannis
is like
they're more.
He jokes around on camera.
But they're in terms of like
the one time the dude tries to loosen up, he becomes a meme for fucking 6 months throughout the entire season,
which was the anniversary this week.
People still making fun of him for that. Yeah. Last year's media day was this week.
I'm a fun guy.
Like poor dude. Like it's like, you know what I mean?
No, there was a rap song that I heard recently with
that in it.
I'm a fun guy.
Yeah.
No,
I'm a fun guy.
The laugh. The laugh.
the laugh was
I think
looped.
it was like Big Sean or some shit, some stupid rapper. But he was like laughing like Kawhi. That was great. That was fucking great.
What?
Is this Woody the Woodpecker or fucking Kawhi Leonard, bro? I don't fucking know. Underrated. Yeah, right now I'm just gonna throw this out there. Woody the Woodpecker, top 5 cartoon of all time.
What?
Just gonna throw that out there.
This episode of the Causeway Street Podcast is powered by BetOnline.ag. That is BetOnline.ag, your go-to website for online sports betting. And right now, when you head over to BetOnline.ag and enter the promo code CLNS50, you'll get a 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Guys, you don't want to miss out on these bets. Right now, BetOnline has a wager for if the Patriots can go undefeated. Also, will Mahomes throw for 56 touchdowns? These are bets that you can win big money on. Big payouts straight to your bank account when you bet online with betonline.ag. Head over to betonline.ag or you can use your mobile device and join today. And make sure you use the promo code CLNS50. All right, let's get back to in case you missed it.
All right, in case you missed it, the
What else
Milwaukee.
did we miss, Joel?
I'm about to tell you. The Milwaukee Bucks were fined $50,000 for violating the rules, and I quote, governing the timing of discussion regarding future player contracts and permissible commitments to players, end quote.
I have no clue what the fuck that means.
In layman terms, they pretty much were like, yo, we're going to throw the Supermax to Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes. Antetokounmpo still under contract. Can't talk
And
about
you
giving him a
can't,
Supermax.
you can't say that. That's a big no-no, I guess.
Can't you say like, hey, do you want an extension?
You can say it to him.
Yeah.
You can't say it in public.
Like,
Oh,
like
I
if,
see,
if
I see.
Danny Ainge during an interview was just like, yeah, we're going to throw the Supermax to Jaylen before October 21st.
Oh, I see.
He'd be fine.
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
Yeah.
But of course, everyone's like, well,
Yeah.
obviously you're going to do that.
No
Antetokounmpo
fucking shit.
is eligible for a Supermax at the end of this upcoming season. Would be the richest NBA contract of all time.
And then
Tapping
he'll
him.
stay in Milwaukee for 3 years and then force a trade.
Does he?
He'll force a trade.
No, does he stay in Milwaukee?
Do you realize
signs it?
Do you realize at the tail end of that contract, he's making $56 million?
He'd be an idiot to sign it. though.
But you can't trade it. You can't force your way out. Who's gonna take that?
Take Giannis?
No, $56 million.
It's like trying to trade Mike Trout.
Yeah, I would trade. I would trade Gordon Hayward and Kemba Walker right now for Giannis.
But that's not gonna.
There are some teams that'll do it.
It doesn't work like that.
It actually fucking does.
It actually fucking does.
This fucking guy.
It does.
This guy.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
it would take like 7 players to match that
Seriously,
contract.
guys.
Yo, Gordon makes 31.
You
Kemba
sound
makes
like one of those
fucking
people that just
30,
like think it's
32.
like trades are like when you make trades on NBA 2K. Like, no, man, it doesn't work like that. It's got to be like
You throw in fucking.
you got to match salaries.
Throw in Robert Williams, man. Bring him over.
Yes, it fucking does.
Yes, it does.
By the way, Kawhi fucked up a little bit.
How?
He wasn't gonna stay in Toronto.
I know. Not Toronto. San Antonio.
Nah, man, he had it with Pop.
Yeah, I think it was a Pop thing. But I'm just saying.
You
like,
think it was Pop or was just like the
The organization.
You know
yeah,
what-
the organization?
you know
I
what
don't think
it-
he had any issues with Pop. It was like
So I guess Kawhi. No, he did have issue with Pop, but the fact that Kawhi can't be the highest paid player in the league right now sort of pisses me off a little bit.
yeah, but
Like you have to stay with your team
no, I got you.
to be the highest paid player
well,
in the league.
that's a reward. That's
I
the
get it,
reward.
I
Like
get it.
it's $250 million.
Yeah, it's
for
crazy.
5 years, right? But you just said it about Antetokounmpo. He'd be stupid to do it because I think superstars now are only taking short deals.
If I'm
They want to dictate their future.
If I'm Antetokounmpo, I'm saying because when is he up at the end of next year?
At the end of next year, yeah. He's eligible for the extension next year, next summer.
If I'm him,
if Milwaukee sucks in the playoffs like they did last year,
yeah, man.
What's going to keep him around?
If they bring in like Brooke Lopez,
they brought in both Lopez brothers.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Good job. That's how you keep Antetokounmpo,
Yeah.
you fucking idiots. Just
Bro.
go out and trade for Chris Paul
What
right
do you
now.
mean, yo?
Just trade for Chris Paul right now.
What do you mean?
Just get him on the team.
No, you got Brooke.
No.
And you got Sideshow Bob
I
in the
don't care
building, bro.
what you do.
mean?
At
Eric
all-
Gordon, bro. Eric Gordon. Come on.
Who?
Eric Gordon. Eric Bledsoe. Sorry.
That's good. I thought I was an idiot right there. I was looking at you like
You were like, oh,
that's
they
not
traded
right.
him from Houston to think.
Eric who?
So Eric Bledsoe, bro. Come on. What's wrong with Eric Bledsoe?
The problem is that team is not a championship team.
Bro, Chris
With-
Middleton, bro. Come on. It's an all-star.
You need to find the superstars, no matter how much they cost. Trade Eric Bledsoe right now for Chris Paul.
I don't know.
Trade.
I don't know what's wrong with that roster. I think it's a pretty fucking great roster.
Trade for, I don't know, team him up with fucking somebody. Find somebody. Like the fact you
Can the
didn't
team
sign,
make it to the finals though? The team can
No,
make it to the finals.
no, they
Nah, I
can't.
don't
They
think so.
can't.
You don't think so?
Nope. No.
So you think it's there's a
team's-
clear
that team's hot
cut
garbage.
favorite? So Philadelphia's a clear cut favorite.
No.
Who's the favorite in the East?
Well, you know what he's gonna say.
Boston.
Brad Stevens is the favorite in the
Oh
East.
boy.
He doesn't play basketball.
Brad Stevens is the favorite in the East.
Stop doing that.
All right. What else you got?
Stop it. Stop that right now.
Never.
Stop it. Well, here's,
By the way,
here's a okay. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
No, I'm
Yeah, whenever you say by the way like that, you usually got something pretty good.
no, I'm just saying.
What do you got?
The East is wide the fuck open this year.
Yeah, that I agree with.
There is a clear cut favorite for the number 1 seed. I will give you that, and the Bucks will probably take the number 1 seed because they've been doing that.
I don't know, man. I think the East runs through the Bucks and the Sixers.
No, I just don't think the Sixers are going to be good at all.
Yeah, no, that'd be good.
Not when you lose Jimmy Butler, number 11 on the list.
The 11th best player in the NBA.
You lose him and you add the number 37th. All right. My point is made.
Depends what list you're talking about because Al Horford was the top 20 on Sports Illustrated. All right.
Sports Illustrated is for
You
pussies.
two sound like children. Shut up.
All
The
right.
list means nothing
Here's
about how the team plays together.
Number 11, bro.
If you add all the numbers up,
If you add all the numbers up, guess who wins?
the team with the lowest number has the best players. No, it doesn't work like
All
that.
right. Well,
Actually, let's do that. I'm going to pick that team to win the
take that.
championship.
Okay. We'll do that later or another time, another episode.
We'll do that
It's-
never. We're never doing
But here's
that.
a
You're
yeah,
doing
yeah,
that on your
yeah,
own time.
I'm just trying to make him feel better.
Pelicans.
Right?
You're doing
It's
that
all
on your own
It's all
time.
good.
By the way, that Adam Sandler shit, do you have this in case you missed it?
Bring it up.
All right. In case you missed it, Kevin Garnett's going to be in a fucking Oscar-winning movie, bro.
I don't know about that.
No, they said Adam Sandler could win Best Actor for this fucking thing.
What?
No, this is early Oscar buzz, man. He's all over it. All the fuck over it.
All the fuck over it.
Like this is supposed to be one of the best movies ever put out like this year. Like I don't know. This and I think Us will be last year.
It looks good. It looks good.
Looks really good.
Yeah.
And Kevin Garnett is supposed to be acting in it.
It's the first time it's the first time in a long time that I've seen a Adam Sandler trailer, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing the movie.
Well, the directors of that movie are supposed to be fucking awesome.
I think he can play a serious role. It's just that he hasn't like crushed it yet. This is going to be it?
This is it. I've heard. So they've had like pre-screenings at those indie festivals, and everyone's just fucking jerking off the entire time.
Okay. So it's gonna be that good,
Yeah, like that good. They said it's
like
it's,
jerk off worthy.
They said that
Sean's like, yeah, there's also a lot of nudity in it. So
basically they said if Adam Sandler doesn't get nominated for Best Actor, man, it'd be a snub. For real.
I didn't read that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking forward to
For
it.
real.
We still got a couple of months though.
Yeah, December 25th.
Oh, it's coming out on Christmas. He would put it out on Christmas.
Adam Sandler.
He's a Jew. According to Kevin Garnett's boy in the movie, he's a crazy ass Jew.
Yo, you know who that is, right?
Yeah, the guy from
ATL.
us. Yeah, and ATL. Yeah.
Us too.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's no, not in us. Fucking
Us,
Get Out.
He was in Get Out. He was the one with the weird handshake.
Yeah,
Atlanta. I always say
yeah,
ATL.
Atlanta.
They need to bring that back.
Yeah.
Great show.
It's coming back.
I hope so.
No, it is.
oh,
Donald Glover's just taking a little bit of a.
I don't know how long of a break
break.
he was taking.
Oh, you're talking about the dude that got kidnapped first. That guy from
Yeah.
Get Out?
Yeah.
The guy's a funny dude.
The guy from Brooklyn. Yeah, he Googles.
Well, here's a story that will probably get Sean all types of giggles. Kyrie Irving has been diagnosed with a left side facial fracture sustained during workouts when he got elbowed in the face. He is currently listed day to day.
Sean took his headphones off. He's so happy. Look at this big smile on his face.
You fucking earned it, Kyrie. You fucking earned it.
No, that's
Somebody
a message.
smacked you in the motherfucking
No,
face.
that's a message from the Nets teammates. Like, let's
chill
go.
the fuck out.
We're gonna challenge you. No, I don't mean it like that. I don't think they like want to. They don't want to beat
Get
him
the
up.
fuck out of
They
here.
don't want to beat him up,
Who
but
the
they're
fuck
trying.
you think you are?
He took an elbow to the face.
That's how hard this team works,
That
man.
is
This team works its ass off. We saw what happened last year.
Brought him to the hospital, but no one's talking about who.
No one treated
what
him?
elbow.
Great.
Whose elbow it belonged to. No one's talking about that.
Yeah, let's put some money on it. I'm going to guess Karis
money on it.
LeVert. I'm going to put money on Karis
I'm surprised you
LeVert.
didn't fucking say Dinwiddie. That's like your boy.
Dinwiddie has himself a boner for Kyrie. He had it for a while. But Karis LeVert is that type of
You know what that means.
like street ball type, like hard-nosed player that'll just be like, get the fuck out of here.
He's like the kind of guy he can't tone it down.
He's the Marcus Smart of that team.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's like whether it's a regular season game or
Or it's a
pickup, it's the
scrimmage.
exact same.
Yeah.
That's how Marcus Smart approaches it. Too.
Exactly. And yeah. So serves you right, Kyrie, you fucking douchebag. Yeah, man. When I read this, I was the happiest dude in the world.
How happy were you?
Well, I was a little jealous as well. The fact that I wasn't able to punch Kyrie in the face and somebody else
You wanted
was.
to be that guy?
Just want to I want to see him in the street. I just knock him out. You know what I mean?
All right.
We gotta get you in that media room, man. When the Nets come to town.
Nick, give me a pass for. I won't do nothing. I promise.
Okay.
I should just knock him out in media. Everyone's like, Kyrie. They're like, Kyrie. Quick question: how fucking fast are your reflexes? What? Bah! Yeah, motherfucker. Everyone's like, what the fuck?
You'd be a star, man.
No, I wouldn't be a star. I'd be arrested.
No, wouldn't be a star.
But you would be a star, though.
I'd be a star for like a night.
A night? You'd be a star for like a year. With the record.
It's worth it. Nick, give me that media pass.
With the
Give me
record.
that media pass, Nick.
All right.
Promise I won't swing.
In case you missed it, the NBA boards have passed stricter tampering measures, meaning that in addition to being subject to fines up to $10 million, teams can also lose draft picks, executives can be suspended, and contracts can be voided
By the way, if you don't,
when the rules are not followed.
executives being suspended is the dumbest thing in the world. What do they do?
I mean, I think the loss of draft picks is a bigger impact.
Draft picks is big. But like,
time.
if you don't suspend the GM during the trade deadline, the thing would be if they found out that you tampered with the player that you signed, they would void the contract and it would become a free agent.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Never mind.
Which
I
is
thought you were talking
huge,
about
which is
player
huge.
conduct.
No, just tampering in general.
That's
all right.
Yeah, I missed that.
In addition, teams must have communication with agents for 1 year, and random auditing of teams' communications with agents and other teams can take place. So, pretty much,
Magic Johnson ruined the NBA. Mr. Tamper himself.
fucking guy with his stupid ass tweets. Guys, when the other team scores more than their opponent, they're gonna win the game.
The reason why Kawhi Leonard scored so many points tonight was because Kawhi Leonard was the best player on the floor.
Hashtag Magic Hour.
Hashtag Kawhi. Hashtag best.
This is what I wanted to do when I was the Lakers executive. They wouldn't let me do it. All right. In case you missed it, Andre Iguodala, who was recently traded to the Memphis Grizzlies from the Golden State Warriors, has had permission not to show up to either Grizzlies Media Day or training camp until they figure out a suitable trade partner. Iggy is owed $17 million on the final year of his contract, and he doesn't want to do a buyout. Refuses to do a buyout.
Good luck with
I
that.
would refuse it too. I would sit out for 1 year, make $17 million.
No, he's gonna sit out till March, and then he's gonna finally take a buyout. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get like $14 million of his 17 and then sign with a team.
Yeah, which you could have done like right now.
Right. But you know what? Fuck it.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're a
if I-
team, it's in your best interest to wait it out,
Well, if I'm
see
a-
where you're at.
If I'm
Come
Iguodala,
March.
I'd be like, yeah, just pay me $17 million. I won't fucking be here.
The soon-to-be 36-year-old was not happy, obviously, when he got traded, but
He shouldn't have been saying all that shit about the damn organization.
But when his wife asked
he did
him
it to himself.
yeah, why did he say that? It was
It's like, I
Listen.
fucking hate the Warriors. It's like,
Did you guys know that Mark Jackson used to preach, and then that because one of the guys from the organization is gay, that's the reason why they got rid of Mark Jackson? That's pretty much what he said on the Breakfast Club. He was immediately traded. Immediately traded.
All right,
Well,
Andre.
before he was traded, this is what he spoke about the trade. He was like, so I was texting my wife, telling her I'm probably going to get traded. She asked me where I thought it would go. I said, I don't know. I'll probably end up in Memphis or some shit place like that. She says, for real?
Oh shit!
I was like, maybe, but probably not. I don't know. The next day, got the message. It was Memphis. I fell out laughing.
It's not too funny right now, huh, Andre?
No, it ain't funny when it happens to you, huh?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that dude?
Memphis is like the #1 murder capital of the world. You know that?
That's not true.
Did
at
you
all.
just make that up, bro?
Yeah, he always
The
makes
United
that up.
States, at least. Yeah.
The world. You said the world. That's a lot.
I messed up on the world.
Yeah.
Probably,
So I messed up
probably
on
like
the world.
Sierra Leone.
Mad third world countries that they're more dangerous than Memphis, Tennessee.
It's like 18 places in South America that's more dangerous.
I guarantee.
Only
you,
South America?
I was gonna say Africa, but I said South America.
I guarantee you, if he didn't say that, he would still be a member of the Warriors.
No, or if we didn't say
Not that
that,
was
even if
part
they
of-
wanted to shed his contract, they would have been like, "We'll find you a good place to land."
No, he ended
You
up-
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they would have made sure he went to like Houston or something.
Yeah. No,
maybe not Houston.
He ended up being part of that. That there was a 3-team sign and trade for D'Angelo Russell. That's what happened. They had to make salaries work. So
He was part of the initial trade.
yeah, it was 3-team.
hey, all I know is that if Memphis cannot, who's their coach? They got rid of Fizdale. I like what Memphis is doing. I do. I like what Memphis.
Well,
is
they're
doing.
full on rebuild.
Rebuild.
Taylor Jenkins.
I don't know who Taylor Jenkins is.
Oh, great coach.
Yeah, man.
All right,
coach.
Later. Bye.
Okay.
Bobby Davidson.
Bobby Davis.
So, guys, if he does get bought out and he becomes available,
No, hard pass.
okay. I was gonna say the Brooklyn Nets, but all right, cool.
No, you weren't. Shut the fuck up.
I'll take him on the Celtics. I'll take him on the Celtics.
No.
Yep. I will take him.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna go over real well for the wing position.
All the wings.
Jaylen
what if-
Brown.
No, I'm saying no. What if they never fill that 15th roster spot? I'm not saying right now. I'm just saying like you said, like by
No.
like February,
You're probably
when
right.
like it's the buyout market. You know, Ainge is always looking at the buyout market for a savvy veteran.
Yeah, he'll bring in like Greg Monroe for the third time. He's not gonna bring in Iguodala. Like, he's not gonna.
he never brings in the top guy.
Yeah, he never does.
Everyone's like, "Wow,
He
Joe
always-
Johnson just got bought out."
he
He's like,
always
"No,
settles.
we'll take Greg Monroe. We'll be all right."
He always settles for like some dude.
It's like, dude, no one even wanted him.
No, let's take Troy Murphy. I'm good.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, speaking
all right.
of savvy vets,
Michael Finley, come on out, man. You want to win a championship?
you know what? He could have been very useful in that finals. You know, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, 2010. I don't want to talk
All
about
I
it.
know is Michael Pietrus in 2010. That was a
talk-
game changer.
I don't want to talk about it.
He didn't
2012.
die.
2012.
2012. He
Yeah,
didn't,
yeah.
If he didn't die.
Well, speaking of, he just had a concussion, bro. Speaking of savvy vets,
That fucking changed his life.
She's dead.
the Hawks,
That concussion changed
Still
his
eating
the
soup.
Hawks announced the signing of 42-year-old Vince Carter.
life. Hey, my boy's
We're
back.
playing in his final season. The moment Carter appears in the first game of 2020, he'll become the first NBA player to play in 4 different decades.
That's what's up. Good for him.
How old is he?
42. I just said it right at the top. Pay attention.
4 different decades?
Do
At
you got to break this down
42?
for you, bro?
Yeah. Got drafted in 98. He played in the 99 lockout season. Played in 2000 up until 2009. And then he kept playing from 2010
He's really breaking this down for him.
to 2019.
Right.
That's another decade.
So then if he plays this season, this upcoming season,
That's the third.
after, no.
2019.
Yeah, no. It was 2019. So the moment the calendar flips,
Right, he has to make it through half a season.
well, that's what I'm saying. I said if he plays
The first game, you
the
said.
first game of if he plays at all in 2020,
This is like a father explaining to a kid what
Do
decades
you
mean.
remember?
Like what? These are decades.
you're right. That's have to be the first game in 2020. You're right.
It has to be the
10
first game of
Any game-
2020.
Any game.
It does.
Well,
I'm right here. I'm fucking right
but
here.
it doesn't matter. Any game in 2020 during this season, if he plays, he will have played in all 4 decades.
They better play on January 1st then.
All right. I don't know if they play on January 1st, but
If
let's
they-
hope.
They fucking should.
Let's hope.
Do either one of you hate the fact that he could potentially, because this is an argument people actually say, he could potentially be taking someone's spot who's younger than him, and that he should hang it up because he should give that space up. I don't buy that.
No, I don't think the Hawks would sign him if they didn't want to play him.
Well,
Not only that, but he's the young guys like him.
Well, no,
he's a good fucking.
No, I got you. But my whole point is, like, if you're so young, you got plenty of time. Like,
yeah, sure.
And if you're not good enough to beat out Vince Carter, then keep grinding.
You're
You'll
not
get
good
there
enough.
one day. Yeah, that's what I mean.
If you can't beat out a 42 Vince Carter, you probably should be in the NBA.
I wouldn't say all that, but I'm saying, like, you have plenty of time. You'll have more opportunity. If you're
Vince Carter at 42 should be the measuring stick.
Listen. I don't think Cat.
You gonna make it in?
I don't think Cat, fucking Andrew Wiggins, whoever else young guys were on that squad when Kevin Garnett was still there, were like, yeah, I don't know, KG. You're kind of taking one of our spots, bro.
We got this guy in the G League who's been dying to come up here. And, you're really bumming him out.
You're still a starter, but you literally only play about 10 minutes.
What?
The example of an aging veteran taking a roster spot.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Are we having a hard time today? Being sober? Or
I
falling off the wagon?
I can't believe that decade thing. You just like 3 different.
If he's fucking 42,
decades,
then how do you play in 4
Well, we're
different
not
decades?
saying he
Would he start
played
playing when he was
throughout.
2?
We're not
Would he
saying
start playing when he's 2?
But Joel didn't say he played
Start playing with diapers out there?
throughout all 3
And
decades.
I ended up being right. He has to play to the 2020 season, which is January fucking 1st.
You looked at it as, that means he's played 30 years in the NBA. That's how you looked at it as.
39, motherfucker.
He started when he was 10. Come on.
And as Joel's breaking it down, I can just literally see the wheels turning in your mind. Like, okay, all right, that's 10. Okay. All right. You got 20. Where's 30? He didn't play 30 years. Prove it. And then he just stomped there. But what if he doesn't play in 2020? That's only 2 decades.
All right. Let me.
That's only 2.
Let me rephrase.
Yes, rephrase that.
42-year-old
Fucking
Vince
dude
Carter,
lost it.
who's gonna play this final season.
No, don't rephrase. You said it.
Hold on. Final
This is
season.
the dumbest shit I've ever heard. This
Final
is not
season.
fucking true.
And if he plays,
He played for 40 years, bro.
if he plays, once the fucking calendar flips to 2020, we'll have played at least one game in every fucking decade since 1999.
Oh, now he's fucking 2020 years old. Every decade, bro.
Every decade, yes. From 99 to 2009. From fucking 2010
We're doing it again.
to
Okay.
2009. And now.
No, I fucking get it. I get it.
Cool.
But he has to make it to 2020. And I hope he tears his ACL on
Oh, that's fucked up, bro.
Christmas.
Come on, man.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
You know how they play on New Year's Eve.
They're just like, Vince, you're going to make it through. You're going to make it through 4 decades. Yeah. He's just like, yeah, man. Just fucking slips on a fucking piece of ice. The fucking sideline with his Nike Shocks.
Jesus.
And they're playing Toronto.
Perfect.
And here I thought I was ending it on a happy note, but this guy just turned into
Over under.
so dark.
3 dunks this season. I'm taking the over.
He'll do it. Oh, he's gonna dunk his ass off this year.
He's gonna have 4 dunks.
10 dunks.
He only
Double
dunked,
digits.
He only dunked like twice last season.
No, man.
Double-digit dunks.
I don't think he's going to make it to
Double
2020.
digit dunks.
See.
I don't think he's going to make it to 2020. I think he's going to have
What the
about 4
fuck,
dunks in the
guy?
first 3 months, and he's out.
They should put that on Bet Online.
Will he make it to
Vince Carter
2020?
make it to 2020?
Bet online.
Good plug.
Put it out there.
Good plug.
I'll bet on it.
Bet on it.
I think the over-under is...
Make it happen.
Well,
How many dunks?
how many dunks? 2.
Well, yes. You want him to play up until
Seriously.
That third...
until
that
December 31st.
that
For
third
real.
dunk where he slips on a piece of ice.
Why would there be ice on the ground?
So maybe he's in Atlanta.
Oh,
the
I
guy
think
who went
took
out
him during the
before.
game. Never mind.
You know, they didn't clean up the hockey rink good enough, and some of the ice,
They
stayed
forgot-
on the
He
court
forgot to put a whole
somehow.
plaque on for
I
the
don't know.
entire game, and then he walks up and he
The one
slips on it.
little like sheet of ice that no one saw. He landed on it.
He slipped on it.
He slipped on it. Yep, it's a wrap. Yeah. So
And
that's all I got for this
Shove it, you 4-decade ass motherfucker.
jam packed. In case you missed it,
Yeah, that was really jam-packed. That was Jesus.
because this guy
Was it a 2-hour show now?
this guy takes it to a whole nother level about having people slip.
About what?
Everybody dies, man. I mean, Peaches
Damn
died.
right, everyone dies. That's
You
what
know,
happens in life. You,
want
don't know
Carter.
that?
You want Carter to
Death is a reality.
What's
Joel.
what's Toronto going to do now? Toronto gave him like a huge ovation last
Toronto
season.
should've
Now they
signed him.
now
The
they
fact
got
that
to top
Toronto
it.
didn't sign him is fucking stupid.
Now they got to top themselves.
If I lose Kawhi, I'm just replacing with Vince Carter. I'm gonna be like, yo, Tracy, what you got going on this year?
Muggsy Bogues, where you at?
Where's fucking
Alvin-
Antonio Davis?
Alvin Williams,
Reunion tour.
come on through.
Let's do it. We got it. 0-1.
Charles Oakley,
Yeah, man.
come on down.
He's free.
They're all lined up there, and everyone's getting their rings. It's like, what the fuck?
It's like, and now introducing the 2019 Toronto Raptors. They just all take off their suits and it's like getting ready to play.
Del Curry, come on down.
Del Curry.
It's Drake with the Del Curry jersey.
I would sign Drake if I was the Raptors right now. I'd sign him to a contract. Speaking of players taking young players' roster spots, Drake signs a contract
They didn't have to try out; just signed them right on the spot.
worth $7.4 million 1 year. No one even knows why.
He's playing for. He's donating that. somehow.
Olympiacos.
Olympiacos, yes.
Drake just goes overseas.
Plays in
Fucking
Greece.
starts playing.
Him and what's the other? Angelo balling up.
Oh, the Angelo.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Let's end the episode.
yeah.
Yeah, we out of here.
And we out as always at Causeway Street, CausewayStreet.com. Peace.
Bye.
Check us out at Media Day.
Oh, that's right, Media Day. Someone's excited.